What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. As you can see, I'm at the gas station. I have a long road trip ahead of me. Initially I was going to get the car remote tuned, but I figured, you know what, I need to go to Florida, so I'm going to make a road trip out of it. Go down to Florida and get a bunch of stuff done. So we're going to go down there, add some parts, get it tuned, and make it more spicy. So let's go. Alright guys, I've been driving for about 6.5 hours and I'm in St. Augustine, Florida. My gas light just came on, so I'm gonna get gas, do some quick math and see what I'm getting currently mile per gallon in the car. But it's been a nice ride. However, listening to that muffler for 6.5 hours is maddening. It's terrible. And number two thing, no cruise control. Man, the back of your foot gets so damn hot, it's annoying too. But I'm gonna get some gas and then find somewhere to call it a night. I was, call it 16 gallons. I'm gonna see how many miles I've done so far and divide that by 15 and see how many gallons I'm getting per, how many miles I'm getting per gallon. All right, so as I was waiting for my food, I did some quick math and I've driven 440 miles so far and I had to get 15 gallons of gas. So I think quick math on that, I'm doing like 29 miles per gallon, which is ridiculously good. But all that's gonna change this weekend once I get this car. Get some. So it's 6 o'clock, I woke up and there's no point laying here if I'm not sleeping. So got dressed, we're gonna go hit up Buc-ee's. I'll show you that thing. That thing is wild. If you're in the Daytona area, you gotta check Buc-ee's out. It's like a big old grand gas station. We're gonna go there, grab something to eat, and start driving while we still have some cool morning air, and then take it all the way down to Fort Lauderdale and go straight to the fabricator. So let's go. Yo, check this thing out. This is like a friggin' super gas station. I don't know how many pumps are over there, but it's ridiculous. I'm gonna walk in here. They have stuff for sale, vendors, clothes, fucking souvenir, everything. Yeah, you got people in here with shopping baskets and friggin' trolleys and the whole nine. But I'm just gonna go up here, grab some fruit, a sandwich, and keep it moving. So I got my fruit, a little mixed fruit cup. And over here you got your little sweet treats, whatever kind of sweet stuff you might want. Burritos, tacos, jerky. And you got this section right here. They got some nice sandwiches. They're pretty good. And it just keeps going and going. It's pretty wild. All right, we're back in the car. Got some grub and trying to get ahead of this morning traffic. So next stop is Richard, the welder. He's gonna do some welding on the aluminum cold side for me, and I'm just gonna hit the road. 2.5 hours, 3 hours to go. I'm just gonna get after it and I'll pick up when I get there. I'm at Premier Auto Supply picking up some paint for the car because on this trip I'm going to get the front bumper repaired and painted, the hood and the side skirt that I rubbed on my garage a few weeks ago. So I'm gonna turn the camera around and show you. I was pulling in to my garage on the left-hand side and got a little too close and boom, I ruined that right there. So I'm gonna have that taken off and repainted. The hood, it's probably hard to pick up in the camera, but there's like some spider cracks and scratches right there in the middle of the screen. You can see those, so I'm gonna get that repainted. And then the front bumper got damaged right there when the car was shipped. And so because of that, and like little cracks like this one, stuff like this, and right here, I'm going to get the bumper painted as well. So I'm here picking up the paint, then I'm going to take it back to the painter, and then that's just one of the many things that I'm doing on this trip. I noticed I didn't talk about Premier Auto Supplies, where it is located. I'm in Hollywood, Florida. That's just right off to the right of me, which would be west of my current position, is 441 down in Hollywood, Florida. One. Yeah. All right, so one is over here, the mad scientist slash chemist, making the color match, because with the Japanese car, the VIN number is not registered in their system. So he took the color code off the VIN plate, but that's like a base color, and now he's adding and taking away different shades of blue and black and what have you to make it match. Oh yeah, that looks good. Think you figured it out, man. Yeah. Good job. Now I'm at Fortune Mines off Commercial and Power Line here in Fort Lauderdale, and we're on to the next thing on this car for the weekend, an alignment. So car is up on the rack. It was pulling a little bit to the left, so I'm getting that bad boy straightened out, and then we're gonna go on to the next thing for the week. All right, so we're ditching the mass airflow sensor and that little loud ass Turbo Smart blow-off valve. We're gonna put a tile on there and relocate it from the hot side, which you can see it's up in here. We're gonna put it over here on the cold side. All right, guys, so I'm at Richard Auto Works, as you can see here on his shirt. I'm gonna put it in the link, phone number, email. It's probably backwards on your screen now, but I'm gonna flip it the right way around so you get his contact. But this is your man. If you're in Fort Lauderdale, Miami, anywhere in the South Florida, and you are within reason, come see Rich. He's gonna get you that nice weld job, fabrication of any kind, whatever you want to get done. As you can see in the background, we're not gonna do too much because those are customers' cars, but if you want it done, he'll make it happen. So reach out, hit him up on Instagram, call him, WhatsApp, text message, whatever. However you can reach out, just reach out. He's got you. But like I said, we're gonna swap over the cold side pipe right here and put the blow-off valve down here on the cold side and do a little bit of fabrication. Pipe is put in, and let's see, intake air temp sensor right here. I just need the wireman to make that connection. All right, so here's the problem when you have a VVTi engine and you're gonna go with a Haltech or any standalone for that matter, is the throttle cable right here on this engine connects to a normal pedal inside the car. Now, this right here is literally a mechanical throttle position sensor that tells this whole module through this sensor how much to open the flap. And this is a problem whenever you go on a standalone ECU. So what has to happen is you got to go a full drive-by-wire system, and then you can wire it into the standalone ECU. Or in my case, I am going to use from a IS-250. That pedal also is drive-by-wire. This is from a 07 IS-250, and you can see has the electrical connector on it. Now, what Richie is doing, he's building a bracket, because if you look at how the stock pedal mounts and how this one mounts, they're not the same. So he's creating a bracket that is going to allow this pedal to fit in that car. Option 2 is to get a Lexus SC-430, which is the V8 motor. That car has a pedal that will bolt directly into the Supra. So there's no bracket needed. It just bounces directly to the holes that are here. It already comes with the drive-by-wire harness on it, and then your electrician or tuner can wire it into the ECU. Now, in my case, like I said, I don't have a SC-430, so I'm using an IS-250, which has the drive-by-wire, but you have to adapt it to fit in the Supra, and then the wire person will attach it and do the pinouts or whatever and make it work with the Haltech ECU. So that's one of those things that you don't know until you get to that point. Yeah, so like I said, I thought I was ready to get the car tuned, and come to find out that is the one thing the tuner cannot get around. Like, he could probably put it on the dyno, and then once the ECU sees the voltage from the gas pedal with the cable, the voltage would be different, and then the Haltech ECU would go into limp mode, and then we're pretty much stuck. So this has to happen before we go to the dyno. Like, if I didn't get this pedal and Richie couldn't build a bracket, it would be pointless to put this car in the dyno with a Haltech ECU. So keep that in mind. If you're running a VVTi engine and you're gonna go standalone, you need to just switch over and do drive-by-wire. Otherwise, you're gonna have a world of problems when you put it on the, try to tune it. And so it's gonna be drive-by-wire, utilizing the stock system, stock wiring, and the stock throttle body. Option B is to remove this piece and go with an aftermarket unit that is completely drive-by-wire. However, I don't have to do it because they can make it work with what's right here. So hopefully that makes sense. If not, it'll make sense when I go to the electrician and he start doing his wiring. All right, so I'm back in the trunk again, messing with the fuel pump. So I'm gonna put a Walbro 450 in here, and then we're gonna do some stuff up front. We're gonna change out the fuel rail with this radium piece. We're gonna put this in the car. So Richie's taking off all the intake stuff so we could do all the plumbing and stuff over there. And then we're gonna run the fuel management solution 1200 cc injectors. We'll plug right in with the stock wiring. Man, there's so much stuff going on, I can't capture it all. But so far, Richie has removed the stock intake manifold just so he has better access to right here. And he's dropping in those radium fitting. I forgot what those are called, but yeah, we're getting there. And I have the fuel pump, the Walbro 450 on the hanger, plumbed up and everything, completely set up, ready to drop back in. So while he's up front doing that, I'm gonna go ahead and set this back in. Update time, fuel pump is back in place. And while I'm doing all this stuff, it makes sense that I go ahead and swap the fuel filter from that little stock paper, because that's not gonna hold up on the pump, on the dyno with the E85. So I'm gonna throw this bad boy in. However, I'm gonna feed it with the original stock lines, which I think is about -6, and then from there -8 to the fuel rail. All right, so this is where we're at, guys. We have removed the stock little fuel filter. We're gonna mount the aftermarket one right here, and then run the line from here to it, and then -8 from the opposite side up to the fuel rail. Richie finished all the fab work, all the piping, all the fueling, fuel return, flex fuel sensor, everything that I talked about earlier, he's done. Now the car is at the next shop getting the electrical stuff done. So all the wiring, all the sensors, gauges, everything is being done right now. Once that is complete, the tuner is gonna come do whatever he want to call it, base map, startup, whatever, so I can drive the car home and then drive it to the dyno tomorrow. So that's where we're at now, getting all the electrical stuff buttoned up, and I'll show you once he's done. Not everybody wants to be on video, so I gotta respect that. Man, it's been a super long day, but the tuner is here, and he just set up the Haltech ECU, put the parameters and stuff in it, like, you know, size injectors, dead time, all that sort of stuff. So he's gonna come plug it in.
Got fuel, so
all right, so I'm at the dyno shop. and the car is all taken apart. Side skirt's gone, the hood is missing, the front bumper is at the body shop getting primed and prepped. And once I'm done here with the tune, I'll take the car back. He'll slap those on, and then he'll blend the paint, make it all look nice, whatever. So I'm waiting for the tuner to show up. We're gonna run the car on 93, see what it does, get it all dialed in. Then once it's nice and good, then we'll pump that rest of 93 out the car, put the 85 in, and then get it tuned. So should be a nice day of you know, getting the car a little more spicy and making all the right noises, so on and so forth. So that's what we're doing today, and then get the body panels put back on, and then I'll hit the road and go back home. So let's do it. So car is all strapped down, and Houre the tuner is here. He's in there doing his deal, getting his setup. So twice I have put the car on the dyno, and my estimations were way off. So this time around, I'm like not even going to estimate. I'm just gonna let him do his thing, and whatever happens, happen. You know, just gonna see how the car responds and so on and so forth. It's not a big turbo, it's more like an entry-level turbo for a Supra especially. There's no cams, nothing done internally. It's just a like a rehauled engine or overhauled, brand new seals, gaskets, everything, and then a turbo and a fuel management system. So we'll see what happens. Now is we're pumping out the 93 into that red jug, and then we're gonna load it up with the E85 and get some more pulls and get it dialed in.
Does that work? I'm talking about Margate, like not too far, about 441 I know.
Now at 486. So the car made 511 to the wheels. Obviously 10%, it's roughly about 560, but for today, low fives, pretty good, way better than I started. So that's it as far as tunings go. Now we're gonna take it for a drive and see what it feels like. All right, so final stage in the whole process before I could go home is the car has no side skirts. Well, this side skirt is missing, the hood is missing, and the front bumper. So you go in here, and you can see the hood freshly painted, sitting under the heat lamp so it could get cured real good, because I'm about to hit the road. So he's gonna let that set up for a little bit. And bumpers right here, looking fresh. All the little cracks looking fresh. And I got brand new marker lights, part number 81510800086. That is the front right. And then the other one, actually they're both the same. Interesting. I hope I didn't get the wrong thing. We're gonna find out. But over here is the side skirt, the one that I messed up on the garage door. And you can see fresh paint. So we're about to get these slapped on the car in a minute. All right, so I'm back home all the way in North Carolina. The car drove great, horrible on gas. As you know, the car was just tuned, so it's using a lot more fuel, and it was not great on gas, but the drivability is good. The drive-by-wire system is working great, no issues. The AC worked, everything worked flawlessly on the way back. So it was a good experience. The car is dirty. Very dirty, as you can see, how much brake dust and just stuff is on the wheel. So the game plan now is to get the car cleaned, and no oil leaks, everything is good. No oil leaks, no sort of issues, everything is where it's supposed to be. The only thing I need to do is right here where they deleted the this factory throttle piece where the throttle cable used to be connected. I need to get a plate to delete that. And also I have to get rid of this filter. It's very restrictive, so I'm gonna get a big filter put right here. And then that's really it for now. So the car made, as you saw, 520 something on E85. And the problem I was having is restriction with this style manifold, the cast style manifold. So it was creating too much pressure, and the car just basically was choking itself out. So in order to bump the boost and horsepower up, I'm gonna have to change that manifold. That's not a priority for me right now. I'm gonna get used to this car the way it is, and then that's gonna be down the road. But as far as this whole long weekend of multiple shops, multiple fabricators, and all that stuff in between, thanks for watching, and as always, I'm out.